don't do this too often, but you know, like you got to do it sometimes. And so you're saying that Ethereum is a better price than Bitcoin right now, considering. So how do you feel about COTI's price right now? And where do you think we're going? Where do you think it should be? What do you think it's going to take? And what do you see, like, what do you see happening? This is
It's
tough,
a difficult
bro.
question. Yeah, it's a difficult question because the fact of the matter is, I mean, yeah, I just said ETH is better value for money than Bitcoin, and of course I'll stand by it. But how do you actually put a value on the ETH network? Yeah, and the same, it's the same thing you have to think about when how do you put a value on the COTI network. Yeah, so our market cap right now is 35 million. Yeah, so if we get valued by what we should deliver over the next 2 years, our price should be significantly higher. Yeah, but so should the price of ETH. So most companies are when you put a valuation on a company, it's not necessarily what they have delivered in the past, it's what you think its future earnings. Yeah, and if we value ETH or COTI or any other non-Bitcoin player on, if you value them on future earnings, quite a lot of them should be higher.
Been streaming about 4 years, all things COTI, and the shows used to always start with a disclaimer. Nothing we ever do on COTI Confidential is financial advice. We are not acting as COTI ambassadors when we're on COTI Confidential. This is strictly our own initiative. We do not, we do not reflect the views and values of the team. This is our show. These are our opinions. So just because we haven't covered that for a really long time, I just want to remind people that's what COTI Confidential is all about. And it's funny, if you would have told us we'd be here, I wouldn't have believed you. I remember, a while ago, COTI at 10 cents, I would have wanted to mortgage my house. So it's interesting to be here at this price point right now. I don't know, man, this COTI Nightfall thing, people always want that immediate price increase or, that immediate volatility. After being here so long, I don't believe that any of these immediate price volatility spikes are really good for the longevity of a project. Slow, steady accumulation, hype cycles, different story. But when you have, a listing pump or a narrative pump or a partnership pump, those aren't real, right? I mean, if you're looking for a chance to get out or quick trade, whatever. But I don't think the people who have been following along with me for the last 4 years and following COTI Confidential since the beginning, I don't think that's what we want, right? We don't want these short spikes. We want to see adoption, recognition for what's being built. And, when I look at COTI Nightfall, I look at them talking about appealing to agents, thinking back to, the things that Shahaf said about, agents not being, we'll call it tribal, because that's kind of been like the key word for the day. The building blocks seem to be here. They seem to be solving these challenges especially with this EY integration. It's really, really kind of exciting. Again, I wish we were further along with it. I wish we weren't just looking at testnet on the horizon, but we are where we are. The question is always, buy, sell, hold or wait. And, what I will say is, because we don't really tell anybody what to do, but it is time, if you've been kind of on the sidelines for a while or you sold, it is time to do your research again and look at, what's happening out there with privacy, what's happening with agents, and then look at how COTI is trying to wrap around those narratives and wrap around that narrative cycle, right? They are trying to get their tentacles into everything that's very pertinent in crypto right now. So it's time to take another look. And maybe rebalance. It's up to you guys, but we're gonna try to give you every single shred of education we can at COTI Confidential. Find the best clips from out there. Find the best talks from Shahaf and Amateo, Joshua, etc., and bring them here and feature them so that you can make your decision. That's what COTI Confidential is all about.